Welcome back to the road to the Olympics. Today we are going to be starting up a half-pipe training. The clock is ticking down. It's time to get back to reality and training. These are the final moments of summer preparation before the games. Let's do it, guys. Half-pipe training camp. This is going to be pretty crazy. I'm excited about this.
My training in half pipe, I'll do my full run but scaled down. So instead of like a double cork 12, I'll just do a 9, which is like the basic version of that until I feel really comfortable in the pipe. And then I start adding in the different doubles and I'll put it all together just in time for the competition.
La première chose qu'on fait, c'est qu'on en parle ensemble en fonction de ses envies, de ses qualités et du travail qui reste à fournir pour pouvoir atteindre cet objectif-là de run. Aussi y intégrer ce que les juges réclament, de l'amplitude, de la technicité.
Making sure that I have a big trick on both walls, and I want to make sure that the switch component of my run, like the backwards component, is somewhere in the middle of the run.
It's always a very exciting process and something that I thrive on, and the adrenaline gets pumping, so it's great.
All right, guys, here we go.
Looming large, preparation is stepping up. Now, the goal is to practice tricks he might utilize during each competitive event of the season. Half-pipe training is now an act of constant repetition, and time on it is spent practicing to perfection. However, not all countries have the infrastructure to accommodate the long training regime. Battling short seasons, minimal snowfall, and a warming climate, athletes are forced to chase winter across high altitudes. This chase leads him to the Alps, and once acclimatized, he can begin work on perfecting runs and tricks. In halfpipe, judges pay close attention to a number of factors, including amplitude. The greater the height during a jump, the more points awarded. So here, training is dedicated to gaining the highest amplitude during jumps, while also maintaining speed and fluidity.
All right, guys, here we go. So we want to go through the checkpoints, and we want to try to get the biggest amplitude possible. We want as much height as possible. That's going to get us more points. Honestly, the half-pipe boarding in this game is kind of tough, I feel like. It's hard to hit the right spots to keep your height going. Like, I don't feel like we were very high in that one, so we got to practice this up a bit. And continue.
Style and variety are equally important during a run. So time in the half-pipe training camp is maximized, executing a specific set of tricks that will be used in runs during future events and ultimately the 2018 Olympic Winter Games.
Woo! That last one was pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. I like that. All right.
Here, the goal is to piece together a full run in the halfpipe, chaining trick after trick. He repeats this process countless times until he finally settles on something he will perfect for the Olympic Winter Games in South Korea in 85 days.
Oh my gosh, dude, that was nuts. Throwing in some grabs and flips there at the end. All right, we're gonna be switching up locations here. I'm feeling pretty confident. That wasn't so bad. I don't know, I feel like it's kind of like there's a very delicate balance in between getting a lot of air, but then also being smooth with it so that you keep your speed, because you need speed to get air, so it's all this like interconnected web, and we're just gonna do what feels right.
Aujourd'hui, les runs, ils sont tellement compliqués techniquement et ils demandent tellement d'engagement physique qu'on peut pas les faire beaucoup. On peut pas les répéter, c'est pas possible. Au bout d'un moment, ton corps il va dire laisse tomber, ça marche pas. Donc ce qu'on peut faire, c'est les répéter dans la tête.
We knew what the Olympics course was going to be like in Sochi, so I had my run down before I even got there. And when we got there, I had mentally done my run so many times without the last trick that I didn't ever try. But besides that, I had done every trick in my head a million times. So training for your run at the Olympics or anything like that is 90% mental, and then it's 10% putting it together while you're there. which is kind of crazy because a lot of people think just, you know, you're there, you're improvising and everything, but really, yeah, you're pretty much just mentally training before the Olympics for, yeah, months out.
That's insane. I didn't know that. All right. Oh, so this is actual mental training we're about to do right now. This is training in my head. Here we go. This is kind of interesting.
For some coaches, what separates real champions from the other athletes is their mindset. In competition, athletes must adapt their runs according to what's come before them, which means strong mental skills are key to winning. But some use tactics such as positive visualization of the runs they prepare as a means of enhancing their mental state. This is why he uses this method to prepare for the competition.
All right, we just killed it. I don't know if you guys noticed, but we kind of slowed down there in the middle. We had a bad landing. So like, again, it's a mix of trying to get high, trying to do your trick, but then also try to be fluid. So it's not easy. The good news is about this game is you can kind of slow yourself down. We can get a lot of tricks in. I don't think they get that many tricks in a normal Olympic half pipe. Really, we just have to let go of our trick at the top of our run, and we'll be fine. Woo! Yes, sir. 2,000 on our second run. We'll take it. So mentally, I just threw it down. I sent it, baby. All in my head. That's gotta be weird. I wonder, dude, I wonder if they play video games and practice it. You know what I mean? Like, with all this VR and stuff that's gonna be coming out, what if there was some sort of crazy snowboarding rig that would react to your body movements and you could actually practice it without actually being there? I don't know. That'd be interesting. I think you can play Steep in VR. So I'm pretty sure it's on PSVR. I think we're gonna have to check it out. Okay. D-Day 70. We're 70 days out from the Olympics. We've got our half pipe tour here.
One of the things I love about skiing is coming up with a run, and when you get to the course, you have a day or two of practice to try and figure out what your run's going to be for that course. It's cool because it's almost like a little bit of a strategy game. You want to come up with a run that has all these different components that you know a winning run needs to have. You have to have variations of spins, different directions, different axes. You want it to be different than everyone else, and then you also have to do that run. So you have to make sure that it's something that you're able to do, able to land consistently. Certain tricks are going to be kind of like marquee tricks that are going to be in all of your main runs, and so you practice those, you work on them, you make sure that they're dialed in and locked down and ready to go. Everything always changes, which is why it's fun.
After a long summer of intensive training, it's straight into the first event of the season on the road to South Korea. And while previous events were vital for preparation, the pressure to continue to deliver high-caliber performances in events such as this half-pipe competition in the Alps is immense. From this moment on, failure is not an option for him.
All right, so run number 1 of our season here on the half pipe. It's Olympic season, baby. Let's see what we're working with.
Front flip with a grab. Dropping a clean grab into the 900. A ridiculous double backflip with a grab.
Oh, baby. 1341 for our first run. Oh, TR Johnson got a 1550 though, and followed that up with a 1324. So we've got to do better than 1550 here if we want to get the win. I want to try coming in like that.
Hard with the grab, coming out of that huge 900 and into the grab on the double front flip. Oh, that's a tight grab on that double cork.
Oh!
Look at that. Have you ever seen
We got a 1985 with that run. Let's go, boys. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. So whenever I see them, whenever you watch competitive half-pipe snowboarding, they kind of ride up the side of the ramp and then they come down in, and that gives them the extra momentum for their first turn. This game doesn't really allow you to do that, so that was my idea there. it just allowed us to get an extra trick in. We'll take the gold there. Okay. That's good stuff. What's coming next?
This guy just continues to impress me every single time he drops into the half pipe. Let's see if he can match his very strong performance from that first event.
All right, guys. I mean, this is going to be tough. It's going to be hard to beat those numbers. Getting that 1900 was a bit of a fluke, I think. Oh, this is a completely new pipe anyway. Here we go, boys. Let's see what we can do. This is an interesting setup. We're going to need to get some height.
Double front flip, locking the grab into that 540. Giving the judges
I don't really have the height that I want. Hold on. I'm going to retry this. Do we need to kind of get a little bit more speed? Because we didn't have any height there.
Oh, just going down again.
Wait a second. How come I can't reach the top of the freaking thing? I can't reach the lip of the pipe. We just got to build it up over time, I guess.
720.
I'm having a hard time getting any air.
900. Came down real hard there.
Oh, it's multiple pipes.
That mistake when the run's done.
I'm pretty sure I know what we're supposed to do here. I think this is a 2 half pipe event. So like this first one, we're kind of getting started. We don't have the most in terms of speed. Then we've got to hit that orange checkpoint. And then we get to go on to the second half pipe where we should have more speed and be able to do more. Ooh, that was nasty. Okay. Yeah, here we go. We missed the checkpoint our last run.
Double front flip with a grab.
Lost a bit of our speed here.
A perfect grab during that 1080. And into the grab on the double front flip.
Woo! That was nasty. Okay, so we lost a little bit of speed there in the middle, but we just got a 29.64 for our first run. I'll take it. Let's go, boys. I was wondering how these guys were putting up those scores with that little speed, but now I understand what was going on.
A clean grab off the back of that double front flip. Connecting the grab to the 1080.
Sick.
A ridiculous double backflip with a grab. Double rodeo with a perfect grab.
Keep our speed up. We're already to 934. I'm gonna go for a big spin here. Not really that big, to be honest. I mean, big air, but not a big rotation.
Smooth double rodeo. Nice. Very nice.
Let's try to go for one last flip there at the end, but that's going to be more enough for the gold. Let's go, boys. Our first run destroyed.
Every time he drops into
Holy
the half
cow.
pipe, he pushes it to the limit. And that's exactly what he's just done here.
Let's go, boys. Another gold around the neck. I'll take it. That was interesting. I actually liked that.
He has set the bar at every event whenever he straps on the board, and he always looks so calm and collected during those big runs. Right now, everything is firing for him. So let's see if he can do the same again here today.
Did you guys see that first guy had almost a 5,000 point run number 1? Is this serious right now? What? I mean, we're going to try our best, but that's slightly ridiculous, man. Here we go.
Front flip, silky smooth. Cork with a grab at the end there. Double front flip.
Missing a
with
bit of our speed here.
Perfect grab.
We nailed that.
Triple
We're transitioning half pipes.
Killer triple rodeo with a grab. Oh, that's a tight grab on that double cork.
Throwing down double corks all day.
Nicely locking in the grab.
We got time for 2 more tricks.
Perfect grab during that spinning double rodeo. Nicely.
What do we do? 48-22. Running into the crowd at the bottom of the hill. That's actually really, really hard. He got a 55? I don't think we're going to be able to beat that, dude. That's ridiculous. All right, here we go. We got to go all out here. We got to keep it smooth.
Double cork with a stylish grab. Double rodeo with a perfect grab.
Trying to do as many tricks as possible.
Smooth double rodeo. Nice. Very nice. double cork with a perfect
I don't
grab.
even know what we're doing
A
half the
big,
time
big
anymore.
double backflip
We're good.
With a grab.
Gotta
And
keep
into
our
the
speed
grab
up.
on the double front flip. Going for the grab during that 900. Locked on grab on that double rodeo.
We might be able to beat him. Oh!
Judges look for variety.
We just had to
and we're
maximize
not seeing that here.
the number of tricks we were gonna be doing. Oh!
Dizzying triple
6505. We had to slow it down and just get more tricks in. That's the deal with
With
it.
the half-pipe tour in the Alps at an end, he emerges as a favorite for the 2018 Olympic Winter Games and more confident than ever in his ability to deliver. Now the final part of his preparation on the road to South Korea begins, perfecting every last detail.